one of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. And the Buckeyes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Bowling Green's offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Creates a little space. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Webster. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after.
I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're in a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets it out fast. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. First down here for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Szn. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, BG. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Slips a tackle. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Smith takes the handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Snagged in the middle. It's Porter. There he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to throw, it's Szn. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
The RPO, it's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's go. Touch pass on the run. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Ruiz. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulled and fired complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk about Bowling Green. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Falcons have their offense in high gear. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Creates a little room. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll leave it with him. Makes his man miss. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Right back to the well. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Looking downfield, it's Szn. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. It's Lanier. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Wants to throw. It's Szn. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Porter. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To the air, it's Szn. Grabbed in the middle, it's Porter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The give from the gun. Moving past the 25. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Hey, give the defense a lot of credit on that one. 3rd and about 5. Offense going RPO, so they're really putting you in a bind, but everybody doing a nice job reading their keys, and they're able to stop the back short of the...
He's got it. First down and more. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He now has 91 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this first game. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Back to pass, it's Szn. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
The Buckeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looking for a push on 4th down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, really nice catch there getting the 1st down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on 1st-round picks at the position.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Falcons.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man. It's Szn. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the...
Looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
29 Philly.
They go to the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Gets it to him on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And on third down, you run a screen. I think you're hoping to try to get the defense in a blitz, flying up the field, throw the screen right behind them. It didn't happen. They guessed wrong. Defense did a great job playing discipline, playing sound, making the play.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
They'll try to run it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quick completion on the out route. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw, and what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him, and then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David, no question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly, now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. The short hands, it's Graham. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. That's caught. It's Porter. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
Fires toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was
turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the 1st down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to